Welcome to the UDP broadcast, a podcast where a group of friends get together and offer both informed and uninformed opinions about gaming-related topics. My name is Luminary, and I'm your host, accompanied today by the co-hosts, the Nordic Cajun.
It's time to go to Candy Mountain.
Amy, the Eternal Barcode.
Hello, everybody. We're gonna take apart this car and fix it. Oh God, it's missing it. Oh my God, it's missing stuff.
It is, and from the Emerald Dream and other interesting places, Raina, the Crit Chicken.
Aha! Joke's on you. My dentist said that I can't have any.
Oh,
No
welcome.
free candy for you.
First things first, welcome back all three after our extended summer vacation type thing so we can catch up with our families and be people.
Mhm.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I know it happens that way. Other than that, let's talk about this. This is episode 106. We've been at this for 3 years now, I think.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
weird.
Arr.
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years, 106 episodes, and having a good time on it. Other than that, I think that we need to talk about. It's been a minute, so I'm having to like warm up the intro.
10% of all the revenue generated by the stream goes to the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is a charity dedicated to end suicide among teens who are in the gay, lesbian, trans, bisexual questioning community. And it's a really good charity, and I highly recommend you support it, especially with today's
Environment.
things going on in today's environment. That's what I'm looking for. I highly recommend you support it. There's a lot of kids out there who need help.
Yep. It's active, by the way. You can do the Bang Trevor.
Okay. I didn't realize it was still going. So maybe Ping can have more details for us. Mayhaps.
The Trevor Project is the leading organization working to end LGBTQ youth suicide in the US and beyond. The non-profit operates several programs to help prevent and respond to the public health crisis of LGBTQ youth suicide, including 24/7 free crisis services, research, advocacy, education, and peer support.
Thank you, Ping. And as always, we are an opinion show. We have opinions just like you do. We can be correct and or incorrect, but at the end of the day, this is more of an editorial. In other words, we're poor. Don't sue us.
And don't forget, our opinion is what matters, and if we want yours, we'll give it to you.
No more consuming bandwidth. We're just going to go straight for like, yeah, we understand that. We too have opinions, and that's ours. So,
Yeah, ours is the correct one.
all
Yeah,
right.
we're just a reaction channel.
In the backdrop here, we have Car Salesman Simulator. I think Amy has the correct title. Let me go pull.
Car dealer simulator.
Yeah, let me go look at the list here real quick and see what we got. Big thing on the list, I think EA is being acquired for $55 billion by multiple groups and then going
So,
private. Let's talk about
That
that.
one's complicated. So the main investment fund is the PIF fund. It is backed by the Saudi government, which is headed by Mohammed bin Salman. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. Uh, the the reason it's backed by them is Saudi has been recently trying to diversify its economy out of an oil only based economy into an everything else. They recently held a massive comedian show about a week or so ago to no less than a metric buttload of controversy. The reason there's controversy surrounding that show, and the reason why there's a little bit of controversy surrounding the acquisition and the primary lender or buyer being the PIF, is because Saudi Arabia has the highest level of slavery among all Arab states in the Middle East. It is known for eliminating dissent among its population. Most infamously, a Washington Post journalist by the name of Khashoggi, I think is how you pronounce it. He was a longtime critic of the Saudi Empire and the Saudi government. He was told a number of years ago he had to go to the Saudi Arabian embassy in Turkey for something. He showed up, he never left. It was eventually reported and discovered that he had been dismantled, I guess the politest way to put it. So he was murdered, dismantled, and dumped. The crown prince is an awful human being, and it's no joke when I say like I'm very worried about how this is going to play into the purchase of EA because one of the people who's involved with this is Lord Cheeto's son-in-law, um, Jared Kushner, who was instrumental in preventing or minimizing the investigation to the Saudi crown prince after the murder of the Washington Post journalist. So the fear I have and that's shared by others is will any dissenting opinions at this any of the studios mean that those people get fired or disappeared? Disappeared unlikely, but fired very likely. And will it just become a propaganda machine for both? And I'm a little bit worried about that. But what I can think of immediately is when you have large purchases like this, the first thing that happens is streamlining processes, which again means more and more fucking layoffs, which is not what the industry needs right now. It's a very
If I'm
complicated and very shitty situation.
if I'm not mistaken, that same like firm has put a bunch of money into the WWE system as well. They're
Yep.
trying to
And they
purchase up
also
a lot.
have their own uh, rival to the PGA Tour, the Live Golf Tour. And a lot
Mhm.
of big name golfers went to that and got rightly shouted out for that, or called out for it because you're supporting a government that looks at human rights as a mere set of words, not something to live by.
It's not optional. It's actually mandatory human rights, that whole thing. Like, we didn't, like, as a species come this far without recognizing that, maybe all people should be created equal. There's still people out
Yeah,
there that don't do that.
and that's the shitty part. So it bothers me that we might be in a situation where we find either studios becoming just propaganda pieces. Oh, sweet, we'll take all your money. Or you just get fired if you don't support, you know, the owner's opinion. Granted, the only upside to a private equity purchase like this is the fact that you're less likely to be pushing out crap for games. You're more likely to push out working product that has a meaningful point to it, unlike the shit EA has been shilling out for years at this point, which has basically been milk a title for all it's worth, continue to milk it, and then bitch and complain when people don't spend enough money on it.
Yep, I think Jim Stephanie Sterling said it best. AAA publishers want all of the money,
Yes.
Mhm.
and if they don't
The
make all of the money, it doesn't meet expectations. So it's
Well, and you
unrealistic.
saw the Battlefield 6 expectations, right?
No, tell me
They
about
want
it.
to. So we talked about it a number of months ago. Battlefield 6 has the expectation it's going to have around a player base of 120 million people. Now,
That's a lot
remember,
of
we talked about
infrastructure.
this, and I suggested, and I still stand by the suggestion, that it's not going to meet that standard or that demand, and they're going to shut down the studio and the game and call it a write off on their taxes because that's what Hollywood does. If a movie does not look like it's going to perform well, instead of releasing the movie, they just close the movie down and write it off on their taxes.
Hmm.
So that's my fear is that something like this is going to happen
Or they might
with
give
Battlefield
Dice
6.
the Bioware treatment. We're like, hey, so it seems like you doing like massive multiplayer battle arenas isn't good for you. How about you try RPGs?
Yeah, and like that's the dumbest thing ever because Dice is what started Battlefield.
Yeah.
So it's their bread and butter, and then taking that away from them because they didn't hit the 120 million player base. And the worst part is EA was so vague about what they meant by that. Is that 120 million players per day, per year, over a 10-year period, 2-year period? Like what? They just said 120 million players and didn't specify anything.
And then there's like,
So
what
that in and
exactly
of
does that
itself is
mean?
worrisome.
Like,
Exactly. So
it,
that's insanely worrisome.
it is. I mean, I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean that those are you expecting a percentage of that to spend money on in-game microtransactions of some sort? I mean, is this going to be like Fort Battlefield or
Ugh.
Or Battle Knight? I mean, what's going to go on? Am I going to run around in a banana costume as a as a murderous clown with chainsaw hands shooting laser bullets? Like what's going on? No,
Yeah, that's something like fun.
it does. Like I said, if any game will have a murder clown chainsaw hands like laser bullet slinging skin, I would buy it all. I'd play that game just because I want to do that. Riding a unicycle, that's the key. It has to be riding a unicycle.
Yeah.
But the other side of this too is it's because they're looking to go private and they're buying out all the shareholders. That produces some interesting things. Like I'm hoping that they don't do as Amy indicated with the just pumping out garbage because they have to like meet shareholder expectations and always have to profit because apparently the moment you go public you are beholden to always make profit.
Yes. That's
Although
why retail is the worst environment to work in because you're expected to beat your sales targets for the previous year. You always have to have exponential growth. And that is the dumbest concept of capitalism.
yeah. We're also in an interesting space where everything is so expensive, they're not going to meet those sales because people's not going to be able to
No.
afford it. Like housing by itself, at least here in the States, is stupid expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just going to get more expensive as time goes on. Like, it's beyond bonkers.
So I'm hoping for with this acquisition, because it's not just one major shareholder, it's multiple, that they can focus on putting out quality products as opposed to quantity repeated, tried and true IPs. So this kind of, I mean, I don't think they'll turn into like Nintendo, where it's just like we're making a new Mario game and like half the planet loses their mind, or we're releasing a new Smash Brothers or anything like that. But perhaps maybe if some of their more famous IPs or even new IPs are created, that'd be great. So something that just makes them definitively EA. That's
Yeah,
my
release Battlefront 2, where it takes you like 100 some odd hours just to get one of the best characters in the game.
Oh, that Star
Get,
Wars game. I remember
yeah,
that.
and get
Somebody did the
called out on
math.
Reddit and have the number one downvoted comment of all time on Reddit
Yeah.
for eternity. Congrats, guys.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the player base is not stupid. We have the internets and smart
Yep.
people.
We have people who can do math.
That's right. And
Believe it or not.
like hard, complicated math that AI can't do that you're relying on.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, good stuff. Let's see here. Do we have anything else to say on this? I think Crit said that they'll be right back. Cajun, you have anything else to say on this?
Not on that subject, no. I
Okay.
mean, it's garbage the way that it's going down, but
Oh,
it is what it is.
well, over the time that we've been on extended hiatus, there's been a lot of Palymon drama or Pokeworld
Y'all,
drama. I mean,
Oh
including the
God.
latest one that made me laugh way too hard. I was too
yeah,
giddy about it.
just to catch
Oh,
everyone up on this, Pokemon's not doing so good with their lawsuit against Palworld
nope.
from some shady practices and everything else. This is on top of Pokemon going, you don't need that Power World. We have Pal World at home for this. What they call it? Poke World? I can't remember.
It was
It's some
It was
farming
Pal's
simulator.
It's it was literally Timu Power World is how bad it is. Like it was horrendous. The movement is terrible. The actions are worse. Like what you can do in the games, like a quarter of what you can do in any other game in the world. Like it was their way of trying to like say, haha, to Power World, you can't be on the Switch, so this game is.
Mhm.
So Power World has said, okay, bet. About a month ago, Nintendo did an announcement about this little farming simulator called Pokemon Polio. I don't even know what the
Polio.
name. I forgot what the name was called. Polio was in the name.
Pokemon Polio.
It was
Oh my God, that would be
it
amazing.
was like
Well,
Poketopia something or other, whatever it is.
something like that.
It's
It's their take on Pokemon meets Animal Crossing.
yeah.
That's what they're trying to do.
It
And
looks
you
interesting
literally
and
just
boring at the same time.
yeah, you literally make a Ditto transform into a human, and now it's trying to make Pokemon make a farm. That's basically the premise of their game. Well, 1 week later, uh, Pocket Pair comes out and shows what seems to be, and I stand by this, a gorgeous, well made, well designed, amazing version of a creature based farming simulator. It looked like Stardew Valley, Pal World, and um what was the other name? Fuck. I just said the name of the game.
Stardew
Um
Valley.
the other one for Pokemon, with Tom Nook, the Animal
Oh,
Crossing. There it
yeah.
is. Those three got together, made a baby, and that's what came out for this game. It's called Pal Farm, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking, and has a lot of depth just from the screenshots and the videos that it showed. And it made Pokemon's Farming Simulator look like absolute garbo. And I'm sitting back and I'm just eating the pettiness. Like I am eating well with how petty that Pocket Pair has been because of this. Pocket Pair would not have been this petty, I think, had Nintendo not done what they did with the whole lawsuit and
No,
bullshit with.
absolutely not.
But I
What I
think,
want them to do now is I want them to go through the mechanics of the Pokemon bullshit. We have farming simulator at home game,
mhm,
and then any mechanic they can find that is not patented, I want them to file a patent and sue.
yes, I want them to do the same thing with Pal Farm. Like I want them to I want them to patent having a creature plant seeds to create crops in a 3D environment.
Oh my
I
god,
want
yes.
them to patent being able to find new creatures within this realm, capture them, and bring them into this realm. Because it's not the same thing as a Pokemon game. It is
Wait,
a table down. It's a third down like farming simulator.
Are you
Like I
teabagging
want
that guy? Like you knocked him down and just
sorry,
like
that
you were
guy.
just like, I'm gonna let you taste my nuts, make this extra strong
Sorry,
for you.
that guy. So the storyline is that guy belongs to a rival car dealership, and he'll come into your lot. You get a warning tune that goes doo doo doo, basically warning you that he's on the property somewhere. He'll either make the cars dirty, siphon gas, or do other shit. So you have to go and hit E on him to interrupt him, and then he falls over like he's been, struck by a truck. And then yeah, I just teabag him.
Yeah, he
There he
just
is. Where
folded
you going?
over like a note card, which is kind of crazy. So, like,
man,
swipe or no
swag ball.
swiping, whap. And you ran quick too. You're like, I haven't showered yet, so these are extra spicy meatballs for you, buddy. Anyway, continue on, Cajun.
See, yes, I was teabagging
But
him.
I agree with Amy. I want Pocket Pair to take the pettiness that they've had with this and take it to the 12th degree, if not further.
Let them
Because
Yes.
Nintendo
let them do the
deserves
farming simulator stuff. Like Harvest Moon has entered the battle. Like that's what's going to happen.
like I can't like I will like day one I am on that shit and I'm gonna be playing the fuck out of Platform. It could be Garbo. It could be. It could just look good. But I am going to play it out of spite.
Well, there's also another big city builder slash farm game that's coming out. And I actually did a sweet release on it. I think I shared it with you, Cajun, back when I was still messing with my digital twin as far as like voice is concerned, called Tamer Town. And that looked really good.
Yeah, I remember Tamer Town.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, no, like
As a side note, do you want to see something really funny about this game?
sure.
Yeah.
So when you've got used parts, you can bring them over to the rock tumbler, throw them into the rock tumbler, and they'll come out brand spanking new. Now,
Max.
what happens when I put a battery inside
Oh.
and then turn on the rock tumbler with the battery inside? Oh, right. The battery is going to increase from 76% to 77 and 78 and 70. Yeah. The rock tumbler fixes everything, including dead batteries.
That's because game logic.
I love
Awesome.
I love it. I love this game. It's so much fun. Anyway, sorry. I had
No
to
worries.
share that.
So yeah, so there's potential patent stupidness that's going to be coming our way between Poketopia and Pal World's new farm colony sim and Tamer Town and everything else. So this should be a wild ride. So buckle up your seatbelts for that. And I want to bring up this next bit because Cajun and I, back when we were doing the Shiny Hunter Nordinary Night stuff, we were talking about, and Cajun is unbelievably knowledgeable when it comes to shinies, talking about shiny locks on legendaries and things like that. And he's pointed out that every Pokemon has a shiny variant, including Koraidon and Miraidon. And there was a whole whole thing that he talked to about that. So, if anything, I think Crit also wanted it on this. So, I'm going to let you two take over from here, talking about the latest thing going on with that.
Would you like to start, madam, or you want me to?
I'll let you start.
Um, for since like the first few generations, Nintendo has been notorious, Game Freak more likely, about releasing rare Pokemon and shinies in distributions. And normally they're in isolated areas to where like not everybody can get them. Like Mew was only released in Japan for like Gen 1, and then Lugia and Ho-Oh has special variants in other generations and so on and so forth. And they got to the point where it's hard to get your hands on the card or the piece you need to unlock that Pokemon in your game. The last one we had was a few years ago for Sword and Shield, where they let you get Shiny or Eternatus on a card. You go into the game, input the code, boom, Shiny Eternatus in your game. Well, this past week, or maybe week and a half, and I think it's only been a week actually, they did a Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon, which is the box legendaries for Scarlet and Violet. They do it for every generation, and they finally did it for Scarlet and Violet, and they had a whole bunch of cards that they gave to GameStops and EB Games across the world. Here's the issue, though. They also decided to let those cards out into GameStop and in the wild on the same exact day the new TCG box set dropped. And ever since 2020, we all know when the new set drops, the word TCG and scalpers go hand in hand. These people show up. I kid you not. I was told this by the GameStop people. They had people wrapped around the building at 6 p.m. the day before to get these cards, the Pokemon card game, TCG, for the new set. Like, these people are just ridiculous when it comes to snatching up all of the inventory and trying to resell it for a profit. Well, they also saw an opportunity with all the Miraidon and Koraidon cards. I was barely able to get a copy of one. It was the last one literally in 3 GameStops that I went to, because these scalpers went in there, snagged them, and like not even within the hour, eBay was flooded with these supposedly free cards now being sold between $30-$40 a piece. Game Freak and Nintendo done fucked up.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I am one of the few reasons why I'm not going to play it, because like that I refuse to buy, because if I want to be a Pokemon master and I want to fill out my you know my Pokédex and stuff like that, why not just have like events or whatever? Why does it have to be just with cards? It's like, if there's one reason why World of Warcraft discontinued the physical cards games and went, and did the Hearthstone online and stuff like that. I don't understand why can't they have like online events for these things to avoid scalpers. Like, you go to a museum where you can get the Da Vinci Pikachu. Guess what? Scalpers. Everything's scalper, 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 scalper. You know, this whole, genre is pretty much meant for kids, but scalpers are like, we need the money too. Look at my Charizard. Look at this. Look
You
at
know,
that.
it's
Which
funny
is
you mentioned scalpers because there was something I saw on Twitter a couple days ago from the official GameStop account, and it's quote tweeting somebody who just went to Walmart and bought like probably around 100 or so packs of Pokemon cards and was gloating about how they just scored so many packs. And the GameStop account, it's their official GameStop account, basically said, "Wow, I can't imagine how much pleasure you got out of making poor kids cry when you're taking the cards in front of them." Like it
yeah, I
was,
saw I saw that post.
yeah, it was one of the more least trolly posts they've done, but one of the better ones because yeah, you're as a scalper, I know you just care about the money, but also fuck you because kids want that. And when you start pricing it out of the ability for children to get, because their parents can't afford thousands of dollars for cardboard, you're a pretty shitty human being. And fuck
Mhm.
you.
I agree, 110%. Like, it's like one of the biggest things that me and Little Man love to do is opening packs. We've had to use the digital card game TCG just to hold us over because it's nearly impossible to find packs in the wild. It's insane. But back to what you were saying, Crit, about why do these distributions like they've been doing and just do digital. The crazy thing is they've been experimenting with community-based digital competition for shiny Pokemon over the past 2 months. The other four legendaries in Scarlet and Violet, the goldfish and the leopard and all them. I can't pronounce their names very well. Um, they had a situation like every single month they had a terror raid. And community combined got 1,000,000 victories over that terror raid. They would unlock the shiny Pokemon distribution for a month. That and it's been phenomenal. It's
I'm
been
just saying
fun.
they have to do something better, to not have so much demand for these packs and stuff like that. I mean, these scalpers are pretty much killing the game.
They are. They
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 are.
really are. The only people that can truly afford to enjoy Pokemon are people like the PokeTubers who have already made it. They can afford to pay $300 to $400 for a freaking a trainer box or everything, while the rest of us can barely even see a card here or there. Like even on the day they came out on the Thursday with the Koraidon and Miraidon packs, I managed to get my hands on a little booster bundle of 6 only because this small store knew my son was looking for them and actually held the case for him and made sure that he had that so my son could open those packs because he knew people would come and just ransack the store if not. There are still good store owners out there. There are, and they look out for the kids because they know the kids are the future of the series. But a lot of these kids are going to remember this whole we can't do anything because people are buying them up and selling them for outrageous prices. And it's in the long run, it's going to hurt Nintendo. Maybe I only say maybe because the people are still buying them. They're buying them all up, so games are making their money, so they don't give a fuck.
It's just gonna be like Beanie Babies. Just wait. It's gonna be like Y2K all over again. They're gonna lose. People are gonna buy up so much stuff. You know what happened with Beanie Babies, right?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're worthless nowadays.
I'm just waiting. All these people. Yeah, yeah. Look at this $200 card. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at this.
Well,
No,
that's even the worst thing about it. They're not even opening them. They're keeping them sealed so they can resell them. They're not even enjoying what Pokemon cards are, and that's cracking open packs and see if you can get one of those rare Pokemon in the case. They're just hoarding it and trying to resell it for a profit. And funnily enough, I've seen a couple of posts where there are a couple of scalpers posting and they have like 8, 10, 12 ETBs that they can't sell. They're just rotting in their closet. Like, good for you, asshole. It sucks
It's
that
like the
those. That,
people that stocked up on all the toilet paper
Mhm.
during the opening stages of the pandemic and were selling. Holy crap! These people want to spend money. They were basically selling toilet paper for thousands of dollars.
I'm
I
just
saw
gonna
one
say.
person selling a 6 pack of toilet paper for $5,000
I mean,
on
maybe
eBay.
people should start boycotting Nintendo so they can actually take this situation seriously.
I
And
wish.
I wish we could do that, but unfortunately, their demographic is still the kids,
It's
and
funny.
it's kind of hard to tell you kids they can't have it because they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
They just they just see cute characters on the screen, and I want my hands on it bad. I want to play. It's hard. Like
It's
if we could have the say in it, absolutely, Nintendo would be hurting terribly right now.
it's
But
funny you mentioned the whole like toilet paper analogies. I was sitting there thinking I solved that because nobody was buying up all the bidets. So yeah, my whole house converted over to the Ass Blaster 9000, so it wasn't too bad.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, I mean, power wash, asshole power wash simulator for like everyone. It was great,
I do not
but
want
but
to take a
but
power
but
washer to my butthole.
but you can't do that with Pokemon. I don't think so. I mean, I guess you could wipe your ass with the bulk stock. So I mean,
Can you
No.
imagine a bidet Blastoise?
oh god,
the
Hydro pump.
You'd be
Bidet.
cleansed out forever.
Bidet. There you go. There's a
That's-
new Pokemon Fusion bidet toys.
Oh
So
no. No, it's gonna have like okay, so here's a question. If we're going down this stupid route, let's go all the way.
Let's do it.
Now, you said the whatever thing, the Blastoise, I think. I don't know what that
Mhm.
is. I'm assuming it's some sort of a turtle.
It's a turtle
turtle.
with
It shoots.
cannons.
Okay, so it shoots water, right?
mhm.
Yep.
If I'm understanding. Okay, so what would happen if you had a Pikachu? Would it shock the fuck out of you while cleaning your butthole?
I mean, why would you have Pikachu in the bathroom with you?
I don't
People
know.
are weird. Have you
fucking
not?
Weird.
I mean, have you not seen the Vaporeon stuff? Like, you know.
Ah.
Funny you should mention that.
So-
Did you know?
Good night, everybody. So long. The show's over now. You.
But
I
yeah,
actually showed him that meme too.
I don't want to be on this planet anymore. I'm just gonna roll back odometers.
well, you know, should you ever run into a situation where you're in need and there's a Vaporeon, everything's okay. You've been justified.
No, I will just jork it myself.
But Vaporeon, you just like one large like smooth.
How do
hole.
I know
You'll be
it's
fine.
consenting?
Well, it depends on how it mews. I mean, if it starts screaming,
My
you know you're doing it wrong.
hands consent at all times. I don't have to worry about consent. With a creature, I'm gonna be concerned about that and not even go near that shit because that's fucking weird. I could just use my hands.
There is
They
no
always
laws for
consent.
Pokemon, Batman. You can do whatever you want.
I hate this planet. I'm just gonna Pamela and Henderson are gonna be fine with me.
Just a
Left to your
simple
right.
barcode. A simple barcode.
Why do people want to fuck cartoon characters?
Well, they shouldn't draw them so sexy. It's their fault. Anyway, Cajun.
Oh God.
Uh,
Before we move on to anything else, because the next one's going to be just
I'm
as
not gonna
hilarious.
touch that with a 20-foot pole.
Cajun, anything new with
No.
ZA? Because that's like the most anticipated Pokemon release on the Switch 2 at the moment. So you have any idea what's going on with that, or is it still under wraps?
They've pretty much shown up most of what's going to go on with the game now, including announcing DLC, paid DLC before the game even came out, because you knew that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, Pokemon prints money. So
Yeah, no, it's they locked. I'm assuming the vast majority of the megas that you can get behind the new DLC. So that's a thing. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't ever going to expect anything free from Game Freak or Nintendo ever. So yeah, the game looks great. It looks like it's going to be fun. It's another Pokemon game with new mechanics for the first time in what 30 years.
yep.
So it looks like it's going to be fun. They are bringing back a lot of stuff that made Legends Arceus a lot of fun. From what some of the leaks have said, the shiny noise is back, and the alphas are back as well.
Is it going to be a comprehensive Pokedex, or are they going to do the whole like Scarlet, Violet, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Cobalt, or whatever the hell it is?
Sorry, I just saw freaking Amy just take this dude out with his car.
Get off my
I
lawn!
wanted to punt them, and I did.
My boy Tokyo drifted his ass. That was beautiful. But
Expecting for damage. That's awesome.
well, I don't know if it's going to be. It's probably not going to be a full Pokédex strictly because it's based in Kalos, which was Generation 6. So it's probably, if anything, it'll be the Pokédex from that back. But then again, it's a futuristic version of the region. So maybe, I don't know. I mean, this is the first time they spent more than 6 months on working on a game. So I really don't know what we have in store with this new game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what unfolds.
Well, at least it's not a survival game where you have to use your Pokemon to assist you with crafting and maintaining a farm.
I know
and
that's
breeding
just
and-
outside the realm.
You know, like it's
Man.
not like they didn't have a good example of what the players wanted and like fawned over, and you know.
I know. Like, I mean, just get Pikachu and Uzi and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well,
God damn it.
let's move on to a new topic. How familiar are you folks with twerking?
Yes.
I know what it is. I just can't do it.
So
Don't feel bad. I can't either. It's atrocious, and I've been kicked out of places for it. But that's fine. Amy, tell us what's
God
going on
damn
with
it.
twerking.
So as we know, YouTube is less than smart when it comes to its algorithm on what it considers inappropriate content and what isn't or is and that shit. Um, a very large YouTuber did a video on animation and how he uses Blender to do different things, and there's different ways to animate things. And he was talking about a smudge tool that he uses to help just deform characters in Blender when he doesn't want to animate individual things. The problem was he featured a probably 1 second clip of the Venom emote in Marvel Rivals of Venom twerking. And YouTube came back and demonetized the video saying it was adult content. Now, this is an emote that is in the game itself. And there have been dozens of other channels that have shown the image or the video sequence of Venom twerking. But he is probably the largest person to get hit and about the only one who had the ability to tweet at Team YouTube on Twitter and have them eventually remove the block, because the initial appeal process, of course, is done through AI, and AI is dumb as hell. And it continued to say, oh no, this is adult content. But when he finally got a hold of Team YouTube through Twitter, they had to look at it with an actual human being and said, oh, right, there's nothing wrong with this, and finally lifted the ban on it. Now, I feel bad for anybody who is also stuck in this, because I can't imagine this person is the only person on the planet who had this problem. But at least they were big enough to be able to fight this sort of demonetization. I wonder how many people were demonetized for showing the same thing, but just don't have the reach to be able to get a hold of or even be noticed by Team YouTube on Twitter.
It, just having Twitter to be the purpose of actually getting in touch with anybody, a terrible thing to begin with.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's the only way to get a hold of a human unless you know someone who works there. That's the worst part, is the we'll have a human review it, like your first stage review is always done through AI. It's not actually human reviewed at all. And then once you've had it, the one review, you've appealed it once, you have no other recourse other than to delete the video and try again. It is the dumbest shit ever. And I understand that YouTube does not have the ability to deal with every single issue that comes across their desk, but there's got to be a better way to appeal things where you're not relying on poorly trained AI that can't distinguish between someone being naked and twerking versus a cartoon character that is a symbiote that is actually there to, kill people. Like, it's very different.
hmm
Yeah, don't worry about the
Yep.
murder aspect of it and the viciousness that is. It's his juicy bouncing bottom that's the problem. Absolutely, I
It's
totally
the
agree.
sound of his cheeks. It's the sound of his cheeks clapping as he comes to bite your head off.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
mean,
good lord. Please don't ever make that sound again.
So, yeah, well, I mean, all I gotta say is that YouTube's being weird. Lately, because I've been consuming a lot of YouTube because I'm super bored at the moment, and I've been seeing a lot of things where people are just not getting what it is they need out of it, and some of the decisions that are coming down are just not aligned with what they used to do. Like even Davey504 is like, yeah, no, things are stupid. Are you familiar with Davey504?
Until
No.
now, I have never heard of them.
Davey504 is a bass player, and his whole YouTube channel is all about bass is the best, and guitar players are filthy. Like he even had a one-off with two-set violin where he like kidnapped one of the violinists, and like it was a whole thing. And they had a
Oh, now I know
collaboration,
what
and
you're
everything.
talking about. Now I
Yeah,
know what you're talking about.
yeah. The musician section of YouTube is great. Even what is her name? Gosh, she was really big. She's a guitarist. She's like, yeah, no, like people are copyright claiming my stuff. Nobody's listening, and I don't know if I'm going to do this anymore. So, YouTube's making all kinds of crazy decisions. Like, it doesn't surprise me any that they're like, oh yeah, no, Juicy Bottom Venom can't be happening unless he has the boots with the fur. right? It doesn't surprise me any, but it's still kind of shitty. It's just like somebody made something absolutely great. And mind you, I'm willing to bet that every copy pasta twerking turkey hasn't been touched. It was just Venom.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably. Because he's got the biggest cake to throw around.
You do. You got them cheap.
Indeed.
God damn.
Those hips don't lie.
So the
All that
rush.
So
cheap
I
and
have a
no batter.
I have a question for you all.
Yes.
Did any of you recently have trouble buying anything from the Nintendo eShop, the PlayStation Store, Steam, or anywhere else recently? Maybe about a week or so
Oh, we
ago?
got to talk about this. No, I have not, but I read all about it, and I think it's amazing. Go ahead, Amy.
There was a game that came out to a little bit of fanfare. It was just like a sequel to another game that had been out and a little bit popular a couple of years ago, called Hollow Knight. It was the sequel Silk Song. Apparently, it's all right. It's a decent game. It's not too bad. And there was just a little bit of hype for it
Just a
to the
little bit.
point where all of those online stores crashed and you could not access them for the better part of a day. There was that much demand to buy this sequel, Silk Song, or Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Well, they had
Like, that
also
is
been
insane.
they've also been threatening to release it for a while as they were developing it, and they kind of memed themselves. So when it finally hit the shelves, people were like, "Oh God, we better get it before they change their mind." like, and this is on top of Hollow Knight just being a fantastic game. Like my youngest is in the living room right now. He's still banging out Hollow Knight right now. He's trying to get that last 1% to 100% the game. So just to let you know where that is. And my kid's got attention span issues, and he's focused on this for at least 3 weeks now. So yeah. So the idea that Silk Song came to that much, I'm not going to say fanfare, but what would be the appropriate word for this? Um, Demand for the supply,
Reception,
maybe.
appreciation.
Yeah, the fact that like it actually hit the store shelves and things broke, it doesn't surprise me at all. I've seen a lot of folks playing Silk Song, and it looks fantastic and amazing. The art style, the sound design. Like I remember being in the kitchen making salsa, and I'm sitting there and I'm hearing like, "What the hell is this kid playing?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Hollow Knight. I remember I played that game. All right, no big deal." So it's fantastic from sound design to level design to gameplay. I mean, it's to no surprise that the idea that the sequel to that game or the continuation of a story with a different character would just dog, just waffle stomp the crap out of the online stores.
And can we also appreciate the pettiness as well? I thrive off of pettiness, especially in the gaming industry. We were literally entering into the era of $70, $80 gaming. Now that was one of the last things we talked about in the last podcast before we took our hiatus. About how things just getting expensive and anti-consumer, especially with less things being developed in terms of hard copies. Everything's being digital now. You had the Donkey Kong game coming out for 69 bucks. You could get Mario Kart at a discount. You bought it with the bundle for Nintendo. GTA 6, whenever it comes out, is still looming. People start thinking that's going to be on $100 price point. Like it's getting bad in terms of pricing for these games. And then here comes Team Cherry, drops a game they've been working on for near on a almost half a like 5-7 years now. I think we're coming close to a decade. They started working. They re-wrapped it up. I forgot when the first Hollow Knight came out, but they've been working on it for a long ass time, and they dropped it at a $20 price point. A game developed by 3 people, if I'm not mistaken. Team Cherry has 3 developers.
Yep. The
They
only thing I would say to that is I wouldn't expect the rest of the industry to drop the pricing.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
not. That's not what I was alluding to. I was alluding to the fact
okay.
that all the big name companies got mad at Team
Oh,
Cherry.
yeah.
They
It
got
was
pissed
funny
at Team
because,
Cherry that they were able to land such a enormous hit with such a small development team at a minuscule price point to the point where all distribution outlets crashed.
Well, yeah, it
It
took
made
away from
all the
all the money, and they have to make all the money to meet their shareholders' demands. I mean, think
and it
about it.
made all of them look like assholes.
But look at it this way too: any game that released that week would have done shit as a release title
Well,
because Hollow
you
Knight would have
heard the
just
number of
eat it.
games that paused the releases, right?
Yeah.
There was at
Wait,
least a
so
half. Sorry.
I was gonna say, didn't Pal World actually have a grand release with a small price point selling point too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they
they're
were
So
pretty low as well.
break the
Um,
internet so low.
yep.
Pal World was like, I
There
understand
was
you
a
have
bunch of
Pokemon at
games.
home, but we also have Pokemon at home.
There was at least a half dozen or more titles that all. I'm gonna hit all these people. This will be funny. Smash. That all delayed the release of their games simply because Hollow Knight Silk Song was coming out.
I
Smart.
don't blame them. Just don't, because they
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 get buried.
they didn't even knock it out the park. They knocked it out of the freaking ozone. Like, and then they're like, "We'll be back in 7 years to do it again. Bye, guys."
The other thing
Bye
I
now.
the other thing I absolutely enjoy about that whole thing is that they got the Baldur's Gate treatment, where it's just like everybody was critiquing their game, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't care. We just still outsold your shit." So
That's it. Kiss my ass. We win. Like, you can be mad. You can be petty. We win.
You
Stay
mad, bro? You
Physics.
mad? I got to say, having Amy play video games, especially this particular one, is just like sitting in the car with your dad as he's telling you a story and somebody cuts him off in traffic. And he just pauses the story.
Hey, hold on, kid. Hold on, son.
Hold on, I gotta yell at this person for cutting me off. I gotta yell at this person for. Oh man, I'm trying to slide up the side of this vehicle again. Anyway, sorry. Continue on as I experiment with physics.
Speaking of yelling at people for the wrong reasons, Crit, you alluded to something at the very beginning, right before we started, about a certain predatory action that's being discussed in Roblox.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to hear about that. I completely forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that up, Cajun. Yes, Crit, tell us about what's going on with that because I heard about it. I was like, those dumb shits.
There's
So
a lot that's been going on. There's so much degenerate stuff in Roblox that people like, they're like, oh, well, our game's meant for, and they're having a they're having some kind of, they want to have like a dating thing on Roblox too.
Ugh,
Like,
gross.
but they're like, at first they were like, oh, well, we're not going to have what is it, adult or mature rooms are going to be like 16 or 17 plus or whatever. And I'm just like, that's still mature should be for 18 plus, but yeah, as Chris Hansen would say, have a seat over here, because I don't exactly know where it's going, but I know that what is it, Chris Hansen made a cameo, some congresswoman, I guess, and
I believe he said.
Please have a seat right there.
yeah, right over there.
Of
And
course, I have a soundbite for that.
some Congress lady in like Louisiana is suing Roblox, and there's this. I know it came out weeks ago, but we were on hiatus for a little bit,
Yep,
so
and it,
we're all-
it really all
Summer holidays.
came because of what happened with Schleb too. You had mentioned Schleb earlier. Schleb has basically been the Batman / Chris Hansen of Roblox. He has been under the radar, like silently playing the devil's advocate and hunting these predators, Roblox, calling them out and getting them reported to the authorities. But is Roblox turned around and banned him because of
Yeah.
his vigilante actions instead of actually going after the people who are actually causing the issues in their system. And I think that's what ultimately got Chris Hansen to get on board. It's like, no, this kid is doing amazing work.
there's a lot of
And
big names getting on board with that, even like on the YouTube scene. I think Legal Eagle is actually leading a class action against him right now.
that Roblox is
So
not looking good right
I will only say one thing in defense of Roblox, and I hate to say it, but I haven't read the term of service, but likely vigilantism would fall under inappropriate use or bullying or illegal activity. And yes, vigilantism is illegal in most jurisdictions on this planet. However, that being said, there's a time and a place to enforce that kind of a rule. When you're getting predators off of your platform, you should not be enforcing that rule. You should be maybe highly suggesting that person speak to their safety teams or, report directly to police instead of trying to set up entrapments or stings. But to ban the person, I would not want to be the PR company that has to try and work through that bullshit.
And
Mm-mm.
Because
afterwards,
all,
actually, did you hear that a child actually got abducted
yeah,
Yeah.
afterwards?
13-year-old, she met somebody that she'd met on Roblox and is now missing.
Yep. Good job, Roblox. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
Like, there's a time and a place to enforce that rule, not when they're getting predators off your platform.
pretty much. And that's just it, right? I like hats off to everyone trying to keep the kids safe. I'm all for keeping penises out of children. Like, please
Yes.
don't do that. Like
Yes.
those of you
Yes.
that are making money
I
doing
agree.
so, like they're at the level of like Kit Boga, right? Kit Boga with his scammer trolls.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I mean,
There's one thing about being a vigilante and stuff like that, I guess. But I mean, when you have illegal things happening on your like illegal, like very, very illegal things happening on your platform outside of the money laundering, um, yeah, it should be addressed.
Alleged money laundering, because we are
Alleged,
they have not been convicted, so we still have to say it alleged. Otherwise, we could you know catch a little angry.
supposedly.
Yeah,
but from
suspected, alleged, possible,
from Lumi's
not
perspective,
confirmed.
thank you. You can't see it. I'm saluting right now. Thank you for keeping penises out of children. Much
Yes,
appreciated.
you
Yep.
are awesome. Keep it up.
And
And that
free
just means
schlep,
you need Smurf accounts. Sorry.
free schlep.
Yep, free
Appreciate it.
schlep.
Free slap
I,
hashtag.
that just sounds awkward to say. I'm not gonna lie.
But hashtag.
When you start running around saying free schlep, if you don't know who the person is, it becomes very odd.
Is that a Futurama
It's,
reference? No, not Slurm, Schlep. Yeah, no, I totally get that.
it's a good icebreaker into the conversation. Like, what's a schlep? Oh, let me explain to you what the fuck's going down.
Have
Yeah,
you met our Lord and Savior, free schlep?
Vol'jin. Have, have you met our Lord and Savior Vol'jin?
No, he doesn't care. It doesn't matter in Roblox,
That's true, but he's still our Lord and Savior.
but he's dead.
Doesn't matter. He can still be our Lord and Savior.
But he's
I'm
dead.
aware of other people that enjoy invisible sky wizards.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as effective as the other ones. I mean, sure, Lord and Savior, let's do it. Why not?
I mean, at least Schlep is doing something about Roblox.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's good. And hats off to him for holding people accountable and getting these predators away from kids. Um I just wish Roblox had taken a different approach that didn't make them look like they're trying to protect predators, because this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the LAPD is supposedly trying to protect another predator.
Oh.
So you know David, right?
No.
The singer songwriter or something like that made like songs pertaining to Fortnite, Arcane, da 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 da.
No, I don't. But let's go on.
There, a couple of weeks ago, on the 8th of September, they found a body in his car.
What?
Yeah, it was a 13 or 16-year-old girl.
A 14-year-old
14-year-old.
on the verge of being 15, but since she had already been unalived for a couple of weeks and in that trunk for a couple of weeks, and she got discovered after her 15th birthday, it's suspected she didn't live long enough to actually see her 15th birthday. But there's a lot of shady shit going on. The guy, what is it? David's like over 20 years old, so she ran away from home. Um, 2 times, I think, so he's harboring a minor, freaking buying her fake IDs, this and that, and the other thing, gave her like
I will
9,000
quantify all of this with alleged, because nothing's been.
well,
Yeah, he hasn't been charged,
not
unfortunately, yet.
charged, but at least I can talk about it because
Yes,
she
yes, yes.
was
It's just
found in
Yes.
his trunk. So please
yes.
don't talk over me when I'm on a roll.
I'm just trying to keep us out of getting a lawsuit.
Yeah, yeah. I can't fight that right now. So let's say it's all alleged.
Alleged, but she was found in his trunk. Um,
Yeah.
and right down to and it's not alleged that he has a a song with her name on it, and they were on stream together on Twitch, and they actually were asking the mods and stuff like that to take the vlogs down because they were talking about child grooming, and Celeste even said something about him being a PDF and stuff like that, and it's like, oh no, take the vlogs down, take the vlogs down. But yeah, he did make a song about her,
Who is
uh
Celeste again?
the little girl,
Okay.
and he kept on dropping songs on her birthday and premieres on her birthday, and he's been radio silent about her disappearance, and he actually went on tour when she went missing, so
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, there's
So I'm
too many
pissed off.
coincidences.
I'm pissed off,
That-
and LAPD is doing their thing about, oh, we don't think. Oh, Drama Alert says that he might not be a murder suspect, but
Quacks like a duck, walks like a duck.
Yeah,
allegedly a
it's
PDF.
Packs into a trunk like a duck. Yeah, no, totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
there are way too many coincidences.
Yep. But
And I'm not
coincidences,
much for believing in them.
coincidences don't make a case. Data does. I'm very familiar with, like, you don't make decisions unless you have data to prove it. So
Yep. Hopefully they
It-
can find out what happened.
It's it's been a hot topic for a couple of days now, a couple of weeks now, and it's just like he even if he might not be found guilty in the court of law, I'm pretty sure his defense attorneys are trying to pay people to be PR or whatever. Oh, he didn't do it. Muddy the waters and whatnot.
mhm.
He's never really going to be, innocent in the glances of public opinion. That's done
Nope.
for him.
The public
Oh,
court
yeah.
has already got him.
Yeah, the court of public opinion is burning him alive.
Yep. Especially
Fair
when you
enough.
have a crit chicken ranting about it.
Yup.
Speaking of public opinion, we should probably look to wrap this up. I think we've given enough informed and uninformed opinions for one weekend. Unless you just want to go for more, we can totally do that.
We
I think we hit
were
all the major
firing
stuff.
with all cylinders this week, baby.
That's right. I don't know how frequent we're going to do this moving forward. I'm hoping every week, but if not, that's definitely every other week. So, other than that, let's talk about it. You were playing Pal World earlier. What are you doing, Cajun? Are you returning to streaming? Have you found time for it? What's going on? Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, this week was like my week back in the saddle. I did two Legends Arceus. I just keep from on the sidewalk.
I'm just watching Amy play, and I'm doing the same thing. It's kind of like when he just knocked that one dude out. It was like, taste my nutsack. Blip, blip, blip. I mean,
Quite literally like a train wreck, and I can't look away. It's great.
I need to drive a different car for that because there's ones that go way faster. They get them farther.
But yeah, this is my first real week that I just buckled down and said, you know what, screw it, I need to start doing this again. And I'm doing just a little mini quest in Legends Arceus to gear up for ZA coming out in a couple of weeks. And then that's when Echo hit me up, and I was like, hey, let's play Power World. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And we played for 3 hours today before Amy knocked on the door, like, hey, bud, podcast.
So with ZA, are you getting your own Switch 2 to do it, or are you gonna use the kids while he's at school?
I'm got to bite the bullet because he just got the new, not I say new, but the re-release of the Mario Galaxy games on his thing. So touching his is a moot point at this point.
Yeah.
Especially since he's going to be at his mom's half the time anyway. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like all the stuff that we talked about with Switch 2 is for people who are doing things like modding and stuff. We don't do any of that, right? So
yeah,
we should be just fine. So yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, let me know how it goes, and maybe I'll join you at some point. I don't plan on getting a Switch 2, but if you're just like Lumi, this has to be a thing. We've got to do it. I'll see what I can do.
I mean, I would love to get the Ordinary shiny hunting crew back together. That'd be fun. But
Yeah.
I got to see what the shiny hunting method is first, see if it's even going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm
If
gonna
it's a
Just
shorter,
remember. Sorry?
I'm gonna need more USB ports if that's gonna be the case, because I burned out my Wi-Fi card trying to play Space Engineers or whatever it was. So
If
Just
it's if
remember, if you can't afford a Switch 1 or Switch 2, just buy another Switch 1.
yeah, just put them together. It's good. It's fine. Yeah, I have a Switch.
Tone deaf answer. Don't you guys have phones? Fuck
I
off.
know, assholes. But if the shiny hunting is as fun as it was in the other Legends game, it could be an addiction for quite some time. So
the chances are I'm
Well-
gonna wait a month before I even get it anyway. That'll give you plenty of time to bend that game over backwards. So
yep, I do plan on bending.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Amy, what have you got going on for the next week or two?
More ripping people off of all their money and rolling back odometers to make more money. But also, a quick shout out. I forgot to say this earlier. A quick shout out to the developers of Disco Elysium over in the UK. They have finally unionized, and congrats to them.
Woo!
I'm looking forward to more studios unionizing, and I hope they get a good contract that really favors them and helps them out. So congrats to them.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yee, I'm pretty excited about that. Other than that, just playing games, hanging out with wifey.
Awesome. Speaking of wifey, Crit.
Oh, simple things like getting paperwork done and packing.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
You're slated to. Is it for vacation or for permanent?
Vacation for meow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless
enough.
something changes.
I don't know why she put that much emphasis on the word changes.
I know.
I don't know
that's
how
a
much
little-
could change.
that-
All right. Well,
That's kind of loaded there. Like,
But-
Look, I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know what the future is gonna hold for current state of affairs. So
okay.
That's true. Yeah,
enough.
so she'll be up here for about 3 weeks or so during the Christmas break. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be a
Oh,
lot of skating.
I
Just so you
I
know.
actually brought up Boxing Day, and
Yeah.
my son was like, "There's actually a day dedicated to Muhammad Ali."
No. Oh my Christ. I mean, that'd be cool, but no.
Welcome to the United States, everyone. All right.
No. It's a. Oh, God damn it. Ow, my brain. I love my stepson, but ow. No. Boxing Day is from the Brits. Blame them. It's a colonial remnant. But
Boxing.
basically, it's a holiday and, well, half holiday for Canadians. It is our version of Black Friday.
Ooh.
There is obscene deals available on Boxing Day. And yes, I have stood out at 6 in the morning outside of a computer store waiting to get my hands on a video card.
I think he figured it was like the purge, where you could just go running around punching people in the face and not get in trouble for it.
My polygons have to go burr. No, I totally get it.
No, 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 not unless we've had our war crime juice, otherwise known as tree blood or maple syrup.
Ah. Right. It's like coffee. Just put it in your coffee at that particular point. So
Apparently, people do. They'll take like, what is it? A maple cookie, or it's not a maple cookie, but it's like a maple square.
yeah.
It's basically just boiled down hardened maple syrup, and they'll take a chunk and drop it off in their drop a piece in their coffee. It tastes really good, unless you're my wife who ate the whole goddamn thing, and these are not small chunks.
Welcome to the
They
United
were-
States.
They were good though. I mean, I throw myself at natural diabetes.
I have to ask. I mean, considering mind you, it does have some sugar content, but did it taste kind of like peanut brittle but mapley?
It tasted like pure sugar.
Pure sugar.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
maple syrup. So I'm hoping to get her out for February at some point, or when she's here, the first February she's here. We're gonna go to a bunch of festivals around the neighborhood And then if we're really, really ambitious, we'll make the drive all the way down to Manitoba and go to Winnipeg because they have a festival called Festival du Voyageur, and it celebrates Voyager life and Métis traditions and whatnot. And they have a sugar shack where they pour boiled down maple syrup onto snow and stick a popsicle stick in it and roll it up.
I
Can we
saw
just
that.
can we
Ooh.
just like just forget the snow and just like pour it straight into my gullet?
Okay, so I've done shots of maple syrup at work once because I was challenged to a maple syrup drinking contest that I won, just similar to Super Troopers. Um, I don't think your pancreas could handle it. Mine
I
hates me when I do it, but I have done and can do it again.
Well, it
I'm
sounds
willing
like
to take that challenge.
those maple squares like operate just like sugar. So there's like a hard crack and soft crack. I'm wondering, and just hear me out here before we wrap this up. Turkey legs, like you get at the fair. What if you were to take
Mhm.
that and put it into molten
Maple syrup?
molten maple syrup, right? Pull it out and spin it really fast so you've got like candy floss surrounding it, like it's a giant freaking metal bat wrapped in uh, and candy barbed wire. Like,
It
hear
would
me out.
be kind of gross, honestly, because the fat mixing with the sugar would make it so the sugar would not adhere to the leg properly. So you would just be flinging molten maple syrup everywhere, burning everybody around you.
Okay, so the plan was solid. Perfect. Awesome.
All right, then, if that's what you're looking for, yes.
I know. The meat sticks are great. So that's it. Episode 106
Meat
done.
stick.
Thanks for stopping by. We'll be back here in a week or two for another fantastic episode of what the fuck's going on in the gaming industry. Other than that, I think we're just gonna go find somebody to go raid. So long, everyone. I'm gonna stop the local recording.
Bye, people.
Flying
Bye.
Dopia.
Dick.